license driver's test, y'all.
Oh, that's good.
That's a win. Clearly, I'm pulling the Mookie right now.
Yeah, obviously. So, Mookie, why don't you introduce the show, please?
Is Mookie pulling the Mookie?
I am actually.
Welcome to the No Filter Podcast.
Yeah, what Vinny said.
I can't stand you.
This is that deep. The intro is always deep. I ain't got shit to do with that.
Well, actually, so how's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Everybody's great.
Trying
not to get fat.
Who's trying not to get fat? Speak for your motherfucking
Me.
self.
I'm trying not to get fat. Okay. That's why I was out here jogging.
I'm out here pushing the envelope.
Ooh, it's about to rain. Let me hurry up and jog. Let me get my ass back to the house.
I can't with none of y'all.
Look, you need to.
I can't with none of y'all.
You need to.
Nah, I'm good.
You need to quit fucking around is what you need to do.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Just be fat and happy like the rest of us.
I'm already happy.
And that's what we heard from everybody except for you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just tired.
Why are you so tired?
I had a long weekend.
Oh yeah? With who? I mean, what'd you do?
Like, this is what happened. I was playing
what happened was
I was playing a stupid video game that I don't recommend anyone to play because I stayed up till like almost, I think it was 3:45.
What game was you playing?
La Madrugada.
Pac-Man.
I ain't nobody standing up till 3-something in the morning playing Pac-Man. Come on.
Look, I took a picture because I got fourth place and I took a picture of it because I was like, I need proof. And in that picture, it says 3:45.
You telling us stories. I think you was doing the nasty.
Huh?
Did you just say the nasty?
I'm being childish.
How old are you? Who the fuck says that? Who the fuck says that?
You was bumping privates.
No, it was not.
Oh my god.
All right, that's what's up. I'm glad you got fourth place, but I'll fuck you up in Pac-Man. No cap. At least Miss Pac-Man. I suck at Pac-Man. I was better at Miss Pac-Man.
What? But it's the same game.
It's not.
Is it not?
It's not.
Shit, look like it's the same game to me.
It looks like it's the same game. It's
even
not.
The person that I know that is like the best in the games can't even beat my level yet.
Oh, that sound like you was talking some shit. Wait, is that a challenge?
Why is the these motherfuckers just made that's gross. I'm done with the internet for today.
That's what we say every day.
Nah, I'm done. I'm done for real this time. That was it. That was too much for me.
Okay, so welcome to the No Filter Podcast. Mouthful of food, suck it up. I have to deal with it. I know y'all can hear me. Or if y'all can't, oh well, decipher the shit. Before we get into today's topic per se, first let me add a caveat. I myself am an
Hold on, time out. You gotta tell us what the fuck you eating the way you over there smacking. And it better not be oatmeal.
No comment. It's definitely not oatmeal though.
Okay.
So
what is it?
So
what is it?
Right? I mean, it's all good. So right, this is what we doing, y'all.
Oh,
I have to say, prior to this, this dialogue, this discussion that we are all about to have, I need the listeners, by and large, to know, future and present, that I am an ally, right? So most of us are allies in some way, shape, or form. We're not here to attack your lifestyle, your way of living, your behavior, what you choose, your preference, your orientation, none of those things. This is not what the conversation is designed to be about by no stretch of the imagination. However, we are going to dialogue about the gay agenda. And the reason we're going to have a dialogue about the gay agenda is because so many people are staunch believers that there is not one. However, for a particular group to attain any political power and procedures to change and legislation to be passed and representation to be had, there has to be an agenda. The group as a collective must come together and have an agenda. That's just factual information. So I'm not here to vilify. I'm here to have an open discussion about said agenda. Would anyone like to piggyback on if they are allies or completely against? Like I said, so I'm not against anything. Do what you do. Love who you love the way you want to love them. I'm just saying love them in the privacy of your own home. Because I don't necessarily want to see, like if I'm out with one of my kids, I don't want to see two, like a man and a woman, like those straight couple, licking the skin off of each other's face either. Because I don't want to fucking explain that to my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you got young children, I don't want to fucking have to sit down and be like, oh, well, they're doing this because why? Like, this is inappropriate. This is not how you express love in public. Like a peck, a handhold, those are all great. But you shouldn't be literally trying to lick the fucking melanin off a motherfucker's face while you out in the world. That's crazy.
Trying to inhale each other. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Like, and ultimately, so that's like clearly when you talk about representation, that is what is happening. Like that's what's actively happening. It's like a particular very vocal group is who are at the forefront and they are screaming and yelling, hey, check me out, accept me because I'm me. No, bitch, how about you prove your worth as a human being and do whatever you do sexually when you close the goddamn door? Like, do you? Just not out here.
I'm a proponent also. I feel like everybody should be miserable just like the rest of us. Hey, you want to get married, be miserable just like the rest of us. I feel like we are all assholes, regardless of sexual orientation.
Right, but see, the marriage thing is just one faucet. And that's what I talk about when you talk about an agenda. Clearly, they had to have an agenda to get a bill passed, to get, even if it's a civil union, there had to be some shit passed. And that means there's an agenda. Like there was once upon a time, and this is ultimately where the entirety of the conversation is going to go. It's really going to be a compare and contrast. There was once upon a time an agenda for a group of people who were subjugated and ostracized. It's a little known fact. Most people may not have heard of these people. They're called Black people, right? And those people had an agenda because there was miscegenation laws on the books and there were other things. And they formed a group, and that larger group had smaller splinter groups. And in those splinter groups, they had individual things that they wanted, but the larger collective agreed that there were certain things they wanted. Like they didn't want to be hung, at local parks, in front of people, in front of children and shit. And they didn't want to be sprayed with fire hoses and let dogs go on them. And they wanted to be able to drink from the same water fountains as other people. And
so basically human rights.
They wanted to go to the same schools as other people because they had an agenda. That's what happened. It was a requirement to the conversation to have an agenda. So, I'm tired. This motherfucking shit good as hell.
You a fat fuck. It's fun to be on the other side of that conversation.
Is it though?
It is for me.
You're never on the other side of that conversation, you fat bastard.
Wow, hurtful.
Ooh, boom, bitch.
Hurtful. Thank you for being my 13th reason why. That wasn't funny. It's funny.
Do it. No ball. Do it. Cap.
Oh, this is why we're gonna get banned on every form of social media. This is why we're gonna get banned.
No, but seriously, so the agenda is the agenda. Are there things that other people would like to point out that they have a problem with or that they're proponents of? Like, so the cute commercials where like the two dudes is raising a fucking kid, and so it'll be a cereal commercial, like two dudes and they doing their thing and they in their house, and it's not like overtly sexual. It's just like, oh, this motherfucker has two dads in the house, 2-parent household. They living well, looks like a fucking upper middle class home. Kid comes in, hey dad, and they eat some cereal. I have zero problem with that. That's dope to me.
I've never even seen that. But get to you.
That's because you don't really watch TV.
I don't. I really don't. What?
Like that's fire. I'm not mad at that. Once again, I'm gonna make my reference. I don't want to see a motherfucker licking a whole motherfucker's face off. Like
that's my issue too. It's like I don't care about you. I don't care. I honestly, I don't give a fuck. Love who you love. Be with who you want to be with. Whoever makes you fucking happy. Whatever makes you happy, do it. However, I don't want to have to explain that to a kid. Like I don't want to. Like I don't want to like.
I don't want to explain sexuality at all.
Period.
To a child
to heterosexual anything. Like
prior to me wanting to explain to the child, I have to explain it to what sexuality is and what that means. I don't want to explain it.
I don't want to have the conversation.
And the fact that we have to have these dialogues in a public space now means clearly we are stuck. We are being forced into a situation where we have to have conversations with our children prior to wanting to have the conversation. And that is why I have an issue with the gay.
And I have to talk about sexual things with a child that I should not have to have sexual conversations with.
I should still be explaining to this little child why they don't have a Band-Aid in the appropriate color of their skin. It's called nude. But here I am explaining this shit.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Everybody is surprisingly quiet.
And it's everywhere too. It's like kid shows.
I was just gonna say whatever tickles your pickles.
What?
I feel like, okay, I don't really have an opinion. I feel that if you're whatever you are, if that's how you want to live, then people should just live that way. Where they're pushing it a little bit on everywhere, I think they are pushing it, but I'm not here to judge anyone. I mean, I have a gay older brother, a gay cousin, 2 or 3. So I don't know.
That's dope. Like I grew up where I grew up at, there was these, I'm not even put their names out there or nothing, but there was these 2 dudes. And they were gay, like not bi, not none of that. They were gay. These motherfuckers was the homies though. Like they was cool. Like they're a generation above me. And when I said they looked out, like when it was time to have cookouts and shit, they was pitching in. They was doing all of the shit. Like they would slide through. It wasn't no creepy. It wasn't no weird shit. It wasn't no fucking put offish vibe or nothing. They was just solid motherfuckers. One of them did one of the most super manliest motherfucking professions, careers you could ever imagine. Nobody would ever suspect he was gay. And the other dude, you could tell he was gay because, he was a little bit effeminate in how he walked, spoke, the things he chose to reflect and talk about on a regular basis. And they were a couple, but they were dope as fuck. They were dope. So once again, I don't even have the negative experiences with gay people to be judgy on if someone's gay or not. I'm just saying that the agenda itself, like, is highly problematic.
And that's the thing, is like it's in everything. It's in everything, and it's in places that you don't necessarily think it should be. Sometimes it's like is weird.
Like, right. You're attempting to force. Like I was accepting because I wasn't force-fed this.
Right.
But now that it's being forced to me, I'm not okay with this.
And that's when people, when you start forcing someone to take something, then people are always they're gonna look at it differently. They're gonna revolt. They're gonna look at it and be like, well, why? Because I don't even know what kid show I was watching. I had happened to be fucking scrolling through the shit, and it's boom, and I'm like, wait, whoa.
Like why is there? Here you go. Why is there a gay or a transgender character on Sesame Street?
Right, like
a child learning from Sesame Street should simply be learning from Sesame. You should be learning like basic ABCs in cooperation with the community,
working together as
arithmetic,
a team.
Right? You don't need to. I'm not worried about your. Okay, so if the character is effeminate and everyone accepts them still, I think that will go a much longer way than outwardly having a conversation about if this
person is
a puppet is transgender or gay. That's weird. Like they just changed the one of the elves on the Rice Krispie box. One of them is transgender. You fucking playing with
and that's what it was. That's what threw me off. I was like, them Rice Krispie little elves have been around for how long?
Right.
Generations. And all of a sudden it was like, you know what? Here you go. And then they took 2 of them off. So you brought 2 of them back just to incorporate one of them as being transgender. Like, but why? It's cereal. I don't get it. And then it's Rice Krispies. Like, wait.
Right. Who the fuck is eating Rice Krispies outside of put them in the oven with marshmallows and butter? Like, let's just keep it a stack. Ain't nobody eating fucking Rice Krispies out here.
How are you trying to get your shit out there with Rice Krispies? You would have came out better using Tony the Tiger or what's the little leprechaun? Lucky?
Well, you know they do it. They do it with the Fruit Loops too, where they
I can see Fruit Loops.
Yeah, like
no, I don't see.
Makes sense.
I don't think any of that again is appropriate because this is my thing. I agree with everything y'all been saying. My thing is be who you are, do what you want. That's just to me the same as saying, okay, it's appropriate for somebody to just smoke crack in the middle of the street. Why not start advertising that then? Why not have somebody on Sesame Street smoking weed or shooting up some heroin? You can't, whatever
well, they did do that one time.
Whatever your lifestyle is what your lifestyle is. Don't push that onto other people because, like you said, you gotta explain it to your children, all this other stuff. I do not think that parents should be promoting their child being a transgender and all of that and telling them that binary and all of that. No, you were born either a male or female, and that's what you are.
No, I'm not having no dialogue about it because at the end of the day, you ain't changing shit until you grown. If you grown, the day you turn 18, we can have this dialogue, and I support whatever decision you want to make. But if you talk about like just specifically in regards to transgender, no, we're not doing that. And the medicine that they use is one of the fucking the things they use to chemically castrate fucking pedophiles. So I'm not a fan on that at all. I'm not even going down that road. I'm just the whole transgender thing. Like, look, cool, do you? But as a child, no. Like, I'm not promoting any child to be sexual in any way. And people say whatever they no,
anything.
I'm not promoting sexuality. No, but you are promoting sexuality if you are attempting to reclassify someone's gender. That's
exactly.
You're promoting sexuality. You say whatever you want to say. That's
exactly. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going down that road. Not today. And I think I've been down that road before. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like when I had the whole dialogue about the actual definitions, like what trans means. Trans means on the side from, cis means on the side of. The Latin root, you don't get to change the fucking definition of words that are in a dead language. The language has existed. It's over. We use it as the root word. So the fact that you're using these fucking pronouns, that means you know what the fuck you actually are. Don't play with me. Like we not doing the word thing. So yeah, that's what that is. I'm just like I said. I'm
But no,
expressly
I
talking about
agree.
the
I don't think
agenda.
that I mean, I don't think that anybody should be promoting anything sexual in the public eye on children TV shows, any of that. I mean, but when you think about it, if you go back in the day, for example, I was watching has anybody ever watched All American?
No.
No. Wait. That's with the coach and the football player.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So I brought this up because when you look at this show and all of the things that's going on as it relates to sexuality, you forget that these motherfuckers are in high school. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they living lives like they're adults.
Well, okay. So first,
So to me,
let
it's
me
just
say
like
that show is not designed specifically to attract high school age kids. However, the fact that it is set in high school, that's probably a very good thing because that's where most people start discovering truly their groups, social, sexual, whatever.
But
So,
it's to a point to where it's like they just doing whatever they want to do. You get what I'm saying? And then again, when you speak about just overall promoting this, because they have a gay stuff on there as well. But period, you know, because it's not just gonna be high school kids watching that. So it's like, okay, so I don't want my high school child doing certain things as it relates that they're not responsible for. You get what I'm saying? Because sex is a big thing, period. So
well, I was fucking all through high school, so I'm not gonna say
I ain't gonna say all of us were. Clearly, y'all know I was. I had a baby at 16.
Right. So I'm not going front.
But it's not about that. It's about still the fact of the matter is that it's not just high school age kids watching this show.
But see, now you're talking about parental involvement. If you ain't dictating what your child is consuming, don't try to put that on society. That's you. You fucked up as a parent. If you don't realize your fucking 12, 11-year-old is consuming content that's far above its age range, that's on you. Like those shows have fucking warnings and ratings. You got to know that. So as Monster was growing up, everything she consumed, I consumed first. Period. Like Moogie will tell you, like I watched all of H2O because I needed to make sure the themes and everything that was happening in the fucking show was on the level. Because if it wasn't, she wasn't watching. That was a serious thing for me. If that's not what you're doing as a parent and you're allowing your child to consume some content that you haven't consumed yet, that's your failure as a parent. And I'm holding everybody to that one too. I don't give a fuck. People say whatever they want to say. People be mad at me like, oh my God, I don't have time to do that. Then. So what you're saying is you don't got time to be a good parent. Bet. Because I'm not hearing nothing other than that. Because I consumed everything. Every book she read, every show she watched, every movie she watched. I made sure I consumed it and understood all of the themes and all of the messages that were about to be passed to my child. Period.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I'm just saying overall, a lot of things are more sexual these days than they should be.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. The reason I'm never going to say that is because once again, all of us were fucking in high school. So it's no more sexual. No, it's not about a matter of shouldn't have been. We were. Look, we don't live in a perfect world. We do not live in the ideal world. We live in the real world. So in the real world, we all know by high school, we were all fucking. So to make the jump and the claim, by the time you're 14, if I'm not talking to you because I'm embarrassed or I feel some type of way or I'm sexually repressed and I'm not having a dialogue with you about what the fuck it is you're seeing, the only information you're getting, I know you're getting from your peer group because I was once part of that group. So I'm not finna look, the naive glasses ain't on me. So 14 up, you need to start consuming what the fuck your kids is consuming so you can have an understanding because your kids probably have a junkie friend. They probably got a gay friend. They probably got fucking some person transitioning friend. They have all of those friends in high school or at minimum classmates and they're seeing how people are interacting with them. So by that time, it's just fucking excuses. I'm talking about pre-14, pre-13, pre-14. I don't want my child subjected to shit. That's weird. That's weird. But by the time you're 14, like, come on, I'm not hearing that.
Well, now it's all on Sesame Street and Disney movies and all type of stuff and cereal boxes, and it's just too much.
No,
To
no,
me,
yeah.
it's just
Look,
like it's shoving it down your throat is what makes it inappropriate. If
Well,
you feel like it's normal and it's okay, why do you have to force it on everybody
yeah, see, I don't,
to get approval?
I don't go down that road. What the road that I like to stay on is if it's all about an agenda and it's all about representation, why wasn't one of those elves turned into a black person? Because the black folks been trying to get fucking rights and privileges much longer
Forever.
than the gay community. Right. So if you was gonna bring some elves back and put them on the motherfucking cereal box, why wasn't one of the elves black? See, and therein lies the problem. Like, so when the dialogue is happening, you know, people talk about like intersectionality and all this other shit. Like, okay, cool, that's a bet. But you know, you've been fighting for rights and y'all have an agenda. Y'all agenda is getting met. Period. Like politically, the agenda is being met.
You're winning.
However, there's an entire another community that everyone seems to be a part of, and that's your racial identity or your ethnic identity, and that shit's getting ignored by and large. And therein lies my problem with quote unquote the gay agenda. Because why you got these folks running around screaming, talking about, yeah, we need this, we need this, we need this. They're like, so you'll get like black gay folks, they'll be out there, hey, screaming, flag waving, cool, do your thing. Not mad at you. Hey, hustle hard. But when the black issues come up, them white gay folks, they're surprisingly fucking quiet on the civil rights of us. Which is where I have a point of contention. Like I'm an ally like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna let nobody do nothing to you, or talk badly about you. No disparaging comments. If you're a good person, you're a good person. Like I'm not gonna make the leap from being gay to pedophilia. None of those things. All of those things are problems. However, when it's time to dialogue, okay, so where the fuck y'all at for black issues? If we're all a minority and we're all some subjugated group, there's a lot of quiet motherfuckers when the conversation comes up. It's like the black folks standing out by themselves, and now you got the gay black folks over here with the black folks, but the white gay folks that y'all been rubbing elbows with, they're like, yeah, we ain't getting involved in that.
Because it ain't got nothing to do with them.
And then,
like you said, like you always said, they always want us to show up and show out for them, but when it's time to hit put that shoe on that other foot, they
Vinny,
get real quiet.
Are you going to contribute today, Vinny, or are you just going to be here?
Oh, please!
Leave, and I'll send you an invite because your shit is fucked up.
I don't know what's going on with you. Fucking Alvin,
Yo,
Simon, and Theodore.
Yes.
I mean, that motherfucker was.
That shit was bad.
But this shit was working before, was it not? But then again,
it was working, but he was quiet, and I guess as he was quiet, it didn't want to hear what the fuck he had to say.
That tends to happen a lot. Even like with the last podcast, it was like, nah, not today. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of you.
That shit was weird.
It was very weird. I didn't know what the fuck he was trying to. Just a whole bunch of jibber jabber. I don't know, man. But it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to understand the agenda myself personally.
Well, I mean, that's why I say the agenda personally has to do with what you want. So the things you want, they're being outlined, they're being discussed, and they're being granted. Like there are bills protecting them. Yet we've been getting, fucked up for years, and there's no specific bill designated for us. Like even when you look at what was the shit that the white folks used to always say, we was affirmative action, right?
Yeah.
So initially, affirmative action was like supposed to be done for us, right? It's like cool, bet, and then it's like okay, so 10%, 10 to 15 or 20% of jobs need to be designated for this minority group of people. Bet, cool. This is about to get us in the door, and then we got to fucking use our work ethic to make us climb this ladder. And then they said, nope, we're gonna add women as a minority, and we're gonna add fucking gays as a minority. So now black folks is still being ostracized
In the
by and large
minority.
due to racial shit because their conversation is we have hired minorities. Look, we got this gay white guy over here, and we got this white woman over here. Therein lies the problem with the entirety of the fucking agenda for me.
The minorities have become the more of the minorities than they were before. Now we're just minorities of minorities.
Mic check, Vinny.
Mic check 1 2.
There you go. You were saying something.
Yeah, I said I was agreeing with King Mookie.
I don't remember what he be saying because I don't pay attention to fucking movies.
Yeah, you don't. Nobody does. I just be here.
You do.
I already forgot too.
See?
I just be here. My shit is not prolific. I just be here talk shit.
So I have tried to talk several times, but apparently I guess my mic was messed up the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. There is zero you on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm here. I'm here now, and I'll pipe up when necessary.
Well, fight the power and get your shit off. You got a good cool 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
You got 6
6
minutes.
minutes. Dougie Fresh, you're on. On.
I mean, everybody here knows has to know I'm an ally, and I don't think that there is. Okay, what I was gonna say earlier is that the agenda that we're speaking of is not the rhetoric agenda. It's not the word agenda as used in the rhetoric everywhere. I work with a guy who, God bless him, because I'm not going to. That motherfucker likes to talk all kinds of shit about everything he possibly can, and drops the inappropriate F-bomb about gay people that nobody's supposed to use anymore.
You know what? Look, so let me ask you this, Vinny, and I mean you probably can't really answer it, but you brought that word up. So we have there was public outcry about the use of that word. That word has caused some issues, but not nearly as much as nigga. Yet nigga is promoted. Nigga's on the radio, nigga is in TV, and they don't bleep that shit out.
Not anymore.
Amen to that.
That's cap. You can hear a motherfucker on TV say nigga, and
Yep.
they will like there are people, comics have made jokes about it. Like,
no, I meant that they used to bleep it out, but they don't anymore.
Right. So
that's where I was going with that. I'm sorry. I should have clarified.
So do you understand when you talk about when I'm specifically talking about an agenda, that group has put forth and amassed and exerted that much power where that word is now a problem over FCC airwaves and common lexicon. But we black and we saying we don't want to hear nigga all the time either, unless it like so they can call themselves that and nobody says shit. We call ourselves nigga and everybody's like, well, we want to call you niggers too. That's part of the agenda.
I would like to call your attention to the different pronunciations that even you use.
Listen. I want you to listen, and I want the world to listen. I want the world to know there is no difference in the word. The word is the word. The A and the ER are identical. The reason people distinguish it is because black people typically spoke in AAVE, and we change our ERs to A's the same way we say trigger. That's the same thing. So there is no distinguishable difference to any nigga in the world hearing the word.
Hold on a second. Allow me to clarify once again. What I was saying was the difference in your pronunciation of the word plays into the idea of what white people want to use.
Yeah, we don't care though. That's my point. My point was
But
my point. Listen, my point wasn't about the word. My point was about the power being exerted in media and in society and in entertainment and just in general lexicon. Like if I'm in the break room and I can't freely use the word however I want. Like that's a fact. But on television, they're freely using nigga. They just like niggas on TV all day, niggas on the radio all day. What are you talking about? Like, but the word commonly associated with gay men, they've exerted enough force on politics and policy that it's a problem. But we've been fighting to have that word erased from people's fucking dialect for much longer. Why hasn't it happened? And therein lies the problem when I talk about the agenda. Because that's a clear indication that agenda is being pushed forward above the black agenda that we've had since, for a very long time. Like, we've trying to get some shit for a while. I think Martin Luther King and them was the 60s. Yeah.
Indeed. Indubitably.
That's kind of like, so when you talk about a person, like, so while a person may not be able to properly articulate fully what they mean when they're talking about the gay agenda, they are still indeed talking about the gay agenda. Like, the agenda is the agenda. Like, once upon a time, people could freely speak whatever fucking derogatory remark they wanted to about whatever fucking group they wanted to. And one group amassed so much fucking power and political influence that now you're being publicly castrated the moment you say it. But we as black folks are saying, hey, look, can you not? And it ain't happening. So how does that work? And I'm asking, how does that? Well, you're gonna have to answer in a second, but how does that really work? Because that is truly part of the agenda.
Who's the question for?
You the only person who was here having the dialogue about somebody you bumped into.
I think that you have mistaken the fact that I disagree with.
No. I'm not saying you disagree. Yeah, so I'm not saying that you disagree. I'm asking because you were expressly talking about like a guy who's using the word. Yet, so all right, not an attack, Vinny. Just an assessment. You were super comfortable telling a joke about black churches, but ain't none of us in here uttered the derogatory word for gay men yet. You see how those societal pressures exist? But we've been asking for some respect and shit for a little bit longer. Just a tad bit. Not that much longer, just a little bit longer. And in your story, you're literally recounting a bad experience with what I assume is a white man who has an issue with the LGBTQIA plus community.
You are correct.
Right. But in that, understand, like, even you were comfortable saying a joke that, you know, some black folks did not take too kindly to. But none of us here have said anything remotely disrespectful to an entire community that we may or may not, you know, agree with. Because I feel like if I'm in public, like if we dialoguing and this don't go on YouTube, I'm saying whatever the fuck I want to say to whoever the fuck I want to say it to. But I'm being respectful right now because I don't want that to get lost in translation. Period. I simply do not want it to get lost in translation and make anyone believe that I am not an ally. Like, no, I'm an ally, but I feel how I feel personally about certain things. But no, I think you should be free to exist without harm from without a fear of ridicule, harm, death threats. I think you should be able to go to work wherever you want to work at. I think you should be able to do the things you want to do. I don't think motherfuckers should be all in your business like that. I believe all of those things. Do you? But at the end of the day, that's why I said my focus wasn't on anything in particular from the community. As a community, they have influence and power. They have shifted policy. They have shifted the common lexicon and our ability to just freely speak how we choose to speak. I'm not here like, look, if a white boy want to call me a nigga and he want to fucking run that risk, it's his right. Like, these hands is fucking rated E for everyone. So he could go there if he wants to. But that we're not getting that same type of energy when it comes to issues that we have clearly expressed over the last 60 fucking years inside of the black community. Like I said, my issue really primarily is that agenda has been pushed to the forefront. I feel like at the expense of the black community. That's my issue. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like I take great issue with it. And yet I'm still an ally, but I'm not finna be out here protesting. Like, that's crazy. I'm not finna be protesting. I'm not finna be waving no rainbow flags. I ain't doing none of that shit. Cause that's not what the fuck they do for us. Now, if policy comes across on the ticket and I can vote one way or another and help you achieve the things you want to achieve to make your life safer, I'm gonna vote for you. But I'm not finna be at your protests. I'm not finna be at your rallies. I'm not finna be posting no hashtags. I'm not doing none of that shit because that's not what the fuck is happening for me. Because motherfuckers is very quiet when some shit is happening for me. Like they just gunned down a pregnant black chick in Kansas City last week. Police. Nobody saying shit.
Because it's not their agenda. All right, that's what it boils down to.
Like at a minimum, we just like, hey, can y'all please stop gunning us down in the street?
Yeah, it'll never. They're not worried about it.
We not even trying to get y'all to stop using fucking nigga. We not trying to say stop putting nigga on ear. We not trying to say none of that. We just saying at a minimum, can you please stop with the no knock warrants and the shooting us over fucking traffic stops? Motherfuckers is surprisingly quiet.
Like, just stop killing us.
How about stop with the false narrative that black people are dangerous? That would be the big one.
Everybody's dangerous.
I'm not.
Okay, you're right. There's a danger involved in if you put someone into a corner and they don't have no other way out, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. And the scientific studies about reaction time and bias and things, those things are those things. But once again, that is what that is. Like the gay white guy getting pulled over is going to get off infinitely different than the black gay guy getting pulled over, and not because they're gay, but because the one dude is black. That's the case. So like no topic shift. Just at the end of the day, there's a gay agenda. It exists. Thoroughly, we understand it. We can see the fruits of its labor.
And it's working.
Right. But where is the same support? Like, okay, you got a whole month, right? Pride month off the chain. Everybody, Facebook, everybody out here, pride this, pride that, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's cool. That's cute. That's dope. We don't get that same type of energy when it's fucking Black History Month. When it's Black History Month, motherfuckers is saying, why ain't there a White History Month? The fuck?
No, white people are saying that.
Okay. Yet and still, some of those white people are the gay white people talking about pride right now, which is my point. Like that's literally the point.
It's never gonna be what it's gonna be. I mean, Like that's the best way to put it. At the end of the day, it's never going to be. We are always going to be
Like and
the
I'm
minority.
look, I am here as an ally. Like I'm 100%. I know gay motherfuckers. I love them to death. They are my people. You come to the crib, we chill, we do whatever the fuck. We have whole conversations about the most intricate, most diabolical, conspiratorial shit known to man. I'm here for it. However, as understanding as I am for your struggle, my struggle has been happening longer, and there is zero support. I'm not even saying there's no support. I'm not saying there's little support. I'm saying there's zero actual support.
They have the gay agenda has succeeded.
Right. You can
where we
hashtag
have
right.
failed.
You can hashtag all day. You can add as many hashtags as you want to a motherfucker's profile. That ain't changing the motherfucking the Rice Krispie box. They're like how many like you see gay men and women, transgender men and women on television with positive representation now. It's not just the stereotypical bullshit.
We can't do shit.
You
still
can't
get hate.
you can't point out too many instances of black positivity on television. That's not a real thing.
And when you do show it,
it's no. When you do show it, it's tied to being gay.
That is true. That is fucking true. Or they hate it, or they hate on it, or they don't like it. They say it's a misrep. Like it's so much shit that goes into it. As soon as you start showing some positive black shit, it's crazy. Just like because we talked about it yesterday with the chick from Star Wars. Like the fuck did she do? What did she do? What did she do to you? What you hate? Like you're hating. We can't even have representation in something as small as that.
Well, Star Wars is pretty big, so I'm not.
Well, I'm talking about as a show, like well, I guess that is still a pretty big.
Obi-Wan's pretty.
Yeah, you're right. I back off my square up. But my sentiment remains the same. Is that like
a new character y'all don't know nothing about? Y'all mad she black?
Yeah, like because she is black.
Like they was mad when John Boyega took off that stormtrooper helmet in that motherfucking first advertisement for The Force Awakens. There's no nigger stormtroopers. I'll be damned. Stormtroopers are white men. Look, y'all think I'm cracking a joke.
That's so true.
Whoever remember The Force Awakens when it first dropped and that trailer came on, it was Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, everybody lost their shit.
It never mind about the game that was occurring. That motherfucking trailer set the world on fire when John Boyega's black ass took off that fucking white stormtrooper. They felt like he took off a Klan hood and there was a nigger under it because it was a goddamn problem.
Well, if that wasn't a Dave Chappelle skit, I don't know what was. What the fuck?
It was a whole problem.
But if you would have been
about that too. What kills me about that is it is very clear that every single stormtrooper before the original movie, so in 1, 2, and 3, was an Aboriginal Australian.
Wait, in which one?
Not in their canon. No, because they shot it overseas. So the extras were local to the areas.
The guy that played Boba Fett and Jango Fett, and the guy who's playing Boba Fett now is an Aboriginal Australian.
I have no idea. I don't know the actor himself. I know of him, but I don't know of his background.
I've seen him. Boba Fett.
I know he's not. I can honestly say without any certainty that he's not white. Well, he may be. Actually, I don't know. I can't say that with any certainty either. He very well could.
He's Googling right now.
Yeah, he very well could be. I have no idea.
Because if I'm wrong, he's gonna light me up. Or if he thinks I'm wrong, he's gonna light me up.
Because it's just crazy. It's just the overall, just the like, because they're whatever they set forth to do, they have succeeded wholeheartedly.
It's over.
Without
It's over. They won. They won their fight
without any without little to no resistance at that. It's like you can like a motherfucker can be like they're more willing to accept a gay person than they are a black person. And I think that's the point, and I could be wrong and you'll shut me up. That I think that's the point that he's trying to make is that their agenda like is they got it. They're winning. They're being represented and they're everywhere. It's everywhere. It's out there. I don't know if I'm assuming he's still there. Okay. I was assuming he was still there.
I've once again never an attempt to dominate dialogue of the conversation. I'm pretty sure other people have plenty of shit to say about the issue. My point was always sort of like you said at the end of the day, right? And it's not about them accepting one thing or another. It was about accepting one thing over another. Right. It's an over thing. Like, okay, black people are slowly moving up. How can we put these niggers back in their place? We need them to be at the bottom of the totem pole. Period.
It's crazy, and that's what it feels like too.
Yeah, there's another group. Let's address this group's needs at the expense of the black folks' needs.
Yeah.
Period. And that is what has occurred. I mean, like people be like, oh no, that's exactly what the fuck happened. What the fuck are you talking about? like when certain bills and legislation was written with black people in mind. Period, point blank. The original bills said this because of African American, black, Negro, whatever, blah 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 blah. And then things were added to those fucking things, women and sexual orientation and gender. Okay, so now it's okay to not let some niggas do some shit as long as you let the other folks do it. Those others can be transgender, gay, fucking you name it, like women, whatever. Because prior to that was not the case. It was just like, oh no, white people have these rights. Niggas want some of those rights. Didn't even ask for them all, just a couple of them. Niggas got some shit put on some paper, and then when they looked at it, it was like, nah, we need to add some shit to this.
This is not gonna work. Hold on. Let's make some changes here. Like, hold on a second.
Yeah, we gonna change this up. Like if there's 100 people in the company, we need 10% to be, not white. And that was for black folks to come in, affirmative action. Here's 10%. And then they was like, we're gonna put sexual orientation and gender and women on here. Okay.
And age.
Well, the age thing
can be considered that.
I'm talking about when they change, like the initial change. Like age discrimination is a thing. I'm not finna sit here and say age discrimination is not a thing. But by and large, it was like, okay, white folks have this. Black people said, we need this. And then on paper, they wrote it out, but didn't give the infrastructure time to change. And by the time it was time to implement the policies, they added women and sexual orientation and gender. And once they did that, so like I said, if there's 100 employee company and you only have to have 10% of whatever the minority was, the 10 dudes or the 10 black folks didn't get the job no more. It was, we gonna take 4 gays and 4 transgenders and 2 women. And now we have fulfilled our quota. And that nigga still ain't getting no job.
Assed out.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it worked.
I mean, it's not inaccurate. It's not inaccurate.
It's very much so true. But I mean, black people have hate crimes against them all the time. But if you commit a hate crime against a gay person, you get in the business.
Sometimes white boys run up on me and put their hands on me, I'm saying I'm gay. So somebody gonna pay.
Yeah. Uh,
Sir, you can't be rhyming out here haphazardly like that.
Like,
I does this because I do this. I ain't new to this.
I wanna. Are we done? Can I just? I'm
That's
tired.
how you
Yeah,
feel.
that was that right there.
That was
Like
too much.
that was my back, and that was the straw, and I was broken. So we're done. we're fucking. We're unless y'all got something. This motherfucker. You.
Oh my god.
You could have said you was gonna shoot them. I'd have been okay with all of that. But
Well, I'm saying obviously that's my first recourse. But if we have to go to court, I mean, there's no black hate crime bill, not a real one. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going.
I mean, I
going,
get you.
I'm
I
going.
mean-
I'm going to court. I'm taking my hair out and putting them in Shirley Temple curls. Think I'm playing.
Okay, now we're really done. Now we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. I
And-
think
You wear Dickies and you go look like a motherfucking pimp. Is what's
I
gonna happen.
think we have all reached our recourse on this topic. I think that was a good enough time
I'm
because I
putting
can't
on.
not look.
I'm putting on some pink trainer
I can't
sweatpants,
not see
put
this.
my
I'm
hair
gonna
in
need you to
Shirley
stop.
Temples,
I can't.
and
This
I am
motherfucker
going
right
to.
here.
I'm going to cut off a shirt at the midriff because
Oh no!
they jumped on me because of my sexual orientation.
I can't unsee
Fuck
this.
that.
I can't unsee this, and it's in my head, and it is very vivid. And make it stop.
And think my voice won't go up 3 octaves.
Oh my god! I can't.
I would pay
unsee
money
this.
to see that shit.
I would never want to see that in a real way ever.
What a
You know,
pink
like,
thong.
oh my god, I can't. I hate this.
Did you
I
say
hate
a pink thong?
I hate this podcast.
Yeah, with a pink thong.
Yo,
I hate
Issa
this
is out
podcast.
here doing.
Can we go?
She's the
Are we
extra
done?
one tonight.
Can we go? Are we done? Can we go?
Why we got to be done, bro?
Can we go? I can't with this.
I mean, you figure so. Like if five white boys came, slid.
I don't need any more. I got you.
No. Listen, bro. If 5 white boys slid, jumped on me, right, and got their shit off, all right, cool, bet. And then it's time to go to court. They could theoretically get off or minimal sentencing, fucking probation, because they don't want to fuck up their lives because they're otherwise, Todd, Jake, and Brad are otherwise really good guys, and this was an isolated incident. However, if I slide up into the courtroom with the pink trainers on and the shirt cut off at the midriff with my hair and Shirley Temples with barrettes on the end, they getting 5 years automatic.
It's not wrong, Mookie.
Don't forget the pink thong.
Well, I'm not personally gonna put on the thong, but what I will do is I'll get some shorts that appear to have a thong on the back.
What is happening?
What? We're discussing strategy.
You're gonna go get a banana hammock and wear it to court.
We're discussing strategy, bro.
I get this.
He's
But
just
do you
being prepared,
do
just
you
in case.
no stop? Do you really feel you need to go that far?
Well, I personally
Gee.
understand that if 5 motherfuckers jump on me, I'm probably not gonna run out of rounds. However,
Okay, Dean, that's your first outfit. What's your second outfit?
I'm hurt. I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'm
done.
saying that
I'm out.
if the situation does not escalate to that level, and we have to go to court, then I'm hey, look, I got to do what I got to do out here. Look, what is the lawyer's job is to present the best defense possible.
Thing.
Like the best defense possible to achieve and to attain the goal. The goal is for them to be incarcerated for the damage that they've done to me. And now I'm scared to go outside. Now I got agoraphobia, and that needs to be addressed too. Facts.
That escalated quick.
It did jump up a notch.
But
No. I'm look. Listen. I am not saying that your strategy is not sound. What I am saying is,
yes,
not. Oh, you're okay. Anybody got anything else they want to go? We're done. We're done. Nessa, you got anything you want to say before we leave?
Don't be jealous because he's gonna have some curls.
You're
and
done
you won't
too.
have no hair.
Vinny, you got anything you want to say before we leave?
Happy Pride.
All right. Shell, what about you? Nope. All right.
Hey, I was gay too, so
Oh Lord. D, what you got? Go ahead.
No, he's done.
He's got to get his. He got to get his last little.
There is
quote.
emotion, yet peace. There is serenity, yet passion. There is chaos, yet harmony. There is no life without death. I serve the balance, and through it, I'm gonna just let it be what it is.
All right. Word. Cool.
May the force be with you.
Negative, sir. That is not that. You don't go there.
This has been the No Filter Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all our social media and streaming platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and comment button. Also, make sure you hit that little bell notification so you can stay up to date on all the shenanigans that go on, like this shit that just happened right now.
You sound like you got an attitude.
I do. I got a whole one right now. It's not.
Mookie, why is your camera different again? What are we doing? You have the wide angle now. Now I can see everything.
Mookie.
It's because I went
Drop
higher.
the Addy.
I went hit
Mookie, drop the Addy.
What Addy? Who's Addy? Our Addy? What
Hey,
Addy?
that damn attitude. Burning your mouth with that attitude. I'm gonna need you to drop the Addy, sir.
So nah, nobody needs to know where I'm at. So I raised it up because it was I tried to get it up out of my.
No, I mean it's like before it was closer to you.
Yeah,
like it zoomed in.
Yeah,
and now it's back further
because I moved it back because this was a.
But that's not what you said. What you said was you moved it up.
No, I moved it back and higher because the light was like even further back. It was here, and I was like, man, it's just got to go up. Because I was noticing that earlier, like you see way more shit than I need people to like. It's way
like I can see 3 couch pillows
instead of 2.
Yeah, we had that whole conversation.
Yeah, so that I'm gonna try. Hopefully,
We had that whole conversation about that 3rd couch pillow.
We did, D. Thank you, D.
Now we can have our
We're
third
done.
goodbye.
We're gone. We're out now. That's it.